EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Tonight, the third of three on this Wild Card Sunday. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Jets on Sunday Night Primetime. Settle in. We think we've got a good one. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
Right to the air is Leonard. Moving outside the pocket. And nice work there. Going to a slide. Gain about 7.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On the ground for the first time. Here comes Jonathan Taylor. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Here comes 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Cowboys! Catch.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Taylor. And he's only going to be able to get back to the line. That's all. 3 plays to start. Quick 4th down. So it's 4th down. Punting time. Ethan Evans to do the honor.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from the April draft. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work. I think the defender bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
At the 32-yard line.
Ready? Let's crack all 80. 60 even. 60.
Here's Leonard now throwing on 1st and 10. Throw on the run is complete. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. His first catch in the wild card game, and good for a 1st down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
On the handoff, it's Taylor.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and 1. It's 2nd down and 12.
Cut 19. Cut 19. Past the 60. Past the 60. Ready?
Looking to throw. It's Leonard. This one caught at the 4. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
Colts. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Stay hurt. Go street. Check out.
Taylor trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on 1st down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. 2nd and goal from the 2, what do you do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till 3rd down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on 2nd and goal.
Ready? Hey, pass.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Now for the point after. He's got it. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead here on Wild Card Weekend. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
So anytime the quarterback leaves the pocket, immediately all the receivers might have to go scramble drill. Continue to work open, separate, give your quarterback somewhere to go with the ball, but give credit to the defense. They plaster on all the eligible receivers, and he has to just throw this one away.
They motion a receiver right. They'll work the middle here with Taylor. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. It is 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Operating out of the gun, it is Leonard. And that one is intercepted. Jair Alexander picks it off. And he's finally taken down, but a nice return will set them up at the 35.
And in that spot, Mike, that's just painful. If the throw's not there, you want him to just get rid of it. Throw it 50 rows into the stands. Give somebody a souvenir. But worst case scenario, you've got to get to 4th down and have a shot at 3 points. But instead, after that pick, you come away with 7.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's into traffic, but taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First grab this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the first down with that one. Out of the gun is a run up the gut. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
37-yard line. A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4.
So, from the 37, here's second down and 4. He'll look to throw. The throw here is complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. And right to the 25-yard line. That is enough for the first down. So they pick it up on the ground, and the drive keeps going.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Right back to him on first down. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, New York.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
Come on. Hit. 70 Timberwolves. Drop 60. Drop 60.
The motion man here is Mitchell. On first down, Leonard. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Pat the 60. Pat the 60.
On the give, this is Taylor. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drop for the loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll go again here with Taylor. Crazy. Room to run inside the 40. Wadarani brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line. A big run from Taylor, 33 yards.
Explosive plays. Teams understand just how valuable they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground. Now they find themselves inside the red zone.
60 Vikings. Ready.
Play action. Now it's Leonard. This is caught at the 2. And the Colts going to be set up with first and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Go.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. The Colts with the football to start this second quarter as they come up now, second and goal.
Ready. Get it. Rig alert. Rig alert. COVID-19.
Taylor going to try to pull his way in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game.
14, Jets 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Let's go now. Jack Panther. Cowboys.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They'll stay on the ground, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 43-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. That's going to be intercepted. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call. Give up the middle to Taylor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
I can promise you that is not how he wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Leonard. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Let's go now. Nice, Buffalo 18.
To the air on 3rd down. Here's Leonard. Forced out left. He'll try to run for it. It's a gain of 43 yards.
That's about as electric as it gets for the quarterback position. There's just frankly not a lot of guys in the league that are capable of making such a play. You could see when he turned into a runner, there was an extra gear in there, and when he was all said and done, he sets up 1st and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cowboy 80. Ready, right?
a run on 1st and goal. And he will score again. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game.
His kick is good.
That is about as good a half as you will ever see out of a running back. Greg, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the first half.
And he's been the difference maker, Mike. I mean, I wish I had him on my fantasy team. I mean, this guy has come out with something to prove today. I can't wait to see what he has in store for the second half.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
34-yard line.
Drive will start on the ground, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and
that's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Edgerrin Cooper. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
19 tight. 19 tight. 3.
Play action. Here is Leonard. Taking off. And he'll somehow turn this into a net positive. Getting out of bounds after a pickup of a yard.
nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Ready? 65, 68, hurt. 18 Rattler. Let's go.
They'll give this one to Taylor, running right. He's got space inside the 25. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown Indians. This is quickly turning into a virtuoso performance. 4 first half touchdowns. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there.
At their own 38-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Eagle. Check out.
To the ground, a first down run. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. He'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Now this time they'll look to throw. He's going to air this one out. It's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. throw out of the gun. He's going to try it here again. And he will score. Touchdown, Jets. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Going to return this from the 10. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Ready? Pass the 60. Hiking, 18. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now Leonard. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Here we go. Set. Gotta be right. Gotta be simple. 3.
On 2nd down, here's a run with talent. And he goes forward. Good gain on that one. Pick up 8 out to the 33-yard line.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, then we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game. Force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it inside the 30. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Colts. Now the try here for the point after. The kick is good. And the Colts add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Give on the ground, and he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
Away on the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
So 2 minutes to
2
play in a back and forth first half. Back with more of the AFC playoffs after this.
Here we go.
They'll stick with him again. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. And the Jets have a first down.
48-yard line.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
He managed to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. It was Odafe Owe to make the play.
49-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
2nd down, they need 7. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And a Good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Austin McNamara now. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And no chance to down this one. He carries deep into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Tiger, 19, top, Bronco 80. Warrior 70. Ready.
Off the play fake, it is Leonard. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can. And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Okay, third down, they need 5.
Here we go, shot.
Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. 1st down and goal. And looked like he might have had a lane, but the defense closed quickly. He did not get in. 2nd down.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Let's go now.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
He puts it up, and it's caught. Touchdown, New York.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
27-yard line.
Here we go, shot.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. One team advances. One team's season ends here. Second half underway in the AFC wildcard game. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Third quarter begins with a run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
From the 35, here's second and 9. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up.
He's tackled on the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 4.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
70 Lions. 60 Lions. Cup 19. Track at 60. Buffalo 18.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, so this is kind of interesting, Mike. So typically when teams come out with 5 wide, you're thinking, okay, there's no back in the backfield. This ball's either quarterback run or this ball is going to come out fast because you only have 5 offensive linemen to protect. In this case, they do a great job protecting, allowing the quarterback to take a shot downfield. Falls incomplete, but that's a good sign for down the road.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. This is 3rd and 6. Back to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Throwing now from the gun. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
Ready. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
They'll put a receiver in motion right. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup with 5 on first down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's a throw by Leonard. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. He is out of bounds, but that's a nice return. We'll give the offense the ball up past the 45-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going for it all. He's got it! And he will score! Touchdown, New York!
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The motion man here is Mitchell. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll take this past the 30. A gain of 6, mark it at the 31.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They'll go again here with Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he gets past the 35 to about the 37.
That's good for the Colts. First down. It's a gain of 6. And the Colts.
On first down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Great job there by the defensive lineman. You can see, Mike, why he is one of the best interior players in the entire league, using his strength and his speed to get through into the backfield, take the running back down for a loss.
They run on the jet sweep. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Leonard to throw here on 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The Colts about to kick this one away as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Set up the tight end screen. He's inside the 40, inside the 20, and he will go all the way. Touchdown, Jets. Now, the extra point. The kick is good, and the Jets will tie things up all even at 35. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On the ready.
He'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. He left that first defender grasping for air as he winds up getting 8 out of that one. Go to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
They go right back to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. A pickup there of 13. First down, Indianapolis.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. A run. And here's Mason. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Tyler Warren, the man he was looking for there. And it's going to be 4th down. The Colts now going to send out their field goal unit. The spot is at their own 49, making this a 61-yard attempt.
Wow, what a big kick there. I mean, just looking down, anytime the kicker is lined up on the other side of the 50, you think, there's no way this ball's going to get there, Mike. But listen, he's got a big leg. This one he strikes absolutely perfect. That was good off the foot.
It was about the Ole to make the play.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They get 16 on that connection. Good for a Jets first down.
40-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down. And he's brought down after a gain of 5.
He was brought down at the
from the 26-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. Now, faking the give. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there as time has expired. The third quarter has come